Q, you brought up Daniel Jones, right? Being in the second year of an offense, more consistency, right? That helps towards your progression. There was skepticism with Daniel Jones over the first couple of years. Turnovers were very high. The fumbles. We always knew he had raw talent, right? But he had to kind of fine tune it, and he had, like you said, he had all these different coaches and different, offensive schemes and playbooks. And we weren't sure what Daniel Jones is. Last year, he has somewhat of a breakout year. He gets his bag, $40 million. I'm looking at his stats right now. His touchdowns he had about 15 touchdowns. 3,200 yards. They don't jump off the page, but I'm looking also at his rushing yards, 708 rushing yards, 7 rushing TDs. So that shows you how much of a dog he is and how much of a special player he is. And I don't think that Kafka and Dable asked him to throw so much last year because of the receiving core. We all know the receiving core. We're going to get into the receiving core. Was very shaky. But at television, Daniel Jones gets his bag, heavy loaded deal, right? Front loaded deal. So I think it's a 4-year. What is it? What was it? 4-year, 80 million, something like that, or you know his parameters of his deal. We gotta look it up, but I think it's 40 million. No, matter of fact, it's 4 years, 120. Front loaded. The first 2 years I think he's getting like the bulk of the money.
Yes, 4 years, 160 million with 36 million signing bonus and 104 million guaranteed.
Right, but after the second year, we could get off that contract. Yeah, it was structured very well for the Giants. But my question to you is this: Daniel Jones, does he take the step into a MVP type quarterback this year, or was that fool's gold last year?
I think he's gonna get better because the coach Brian Dable, he's proven like Q said, to jump on what Q said. Look what he did with Josh Allen, and then the OC. The offensive coordinator, Mike Kafka, look what he did, with Kansas City, with Mahomes, and what he did with Allen as well. And it showed this year, like you said, Cash, the touchdowns wasn't up there, but it was the most yards he's thrown and the most touchdowns he's thrown since his rookie season. And that was the thing, we thought we struck gold because his rookie season, he had a great rookie season. He had 24 touchdowns. Yeah, exactly. He had 24 touchdowns, 12 intos. He took for 3,027 yards. You know what I mean? His completions wasn't all that. It was 61.9. And he played only 13 games because, he started right after Eli. But I think he showed great improvement this year under the new coach. He showed much more heart. It's like you said, he could rush. Those 7 touchdowns was a plus. And from the big differential from last year to this year, you could tell that coaching is a big part of the culture now with the Giants. Like Judge was whack, Pat Schumer was whack.
McAdoo,
McAdoo. I even forgot about McAdoo. I wanted to smack a dude.
McAdoo.
McAdoo. But I'm giving I'm gonna give Danny Dimes his flowers, and I'm gonna say he's gonna come in tough this year. He's gonna take that loss, that whack ass loss they had against the Eagles, and he's gonna flip it and come back hard. But we just gotta be careful because, like both of you guys said, the NFC East is pretty much the hardest division in football.
Definitely one of them. Q, what do you think? Other than what you said,
No, I definitely see him improving because another point is, I can't see somebody starting to analyze the game and actually see it. And see the adjustments that he made in game. Definitely lowered his fumble rate, right? That's number one. Yes, 2, he's not taking all these sacks. He's throwing the ball away. He's throwing safer throws. Those are the 2 top things that you need in a quarterback besides accuracy and all the others. But it's still not good to be sacked. But that's just that goes to the O-line, which I think they're still going to be improving it.
We're going to get into that. Yeah,
it's not the best, but. Just looking at him and if you could look at a football player improve, especially a quarterback position, and you see them start making smarter decisions in the progression of their career and the decision making that they're making in game situations where a lot of people would crumble even as a veteran, and what we know he would have done if he was if he didn't make those improvements and adjustments. Of course, he has to, without a doubt. And I put a lot of faith in him. I was one of them people who said, "Get him out of here." But for what he did last year, it's making those adjustments is so important because we
Yeah.
lost a lot of games because of him fumbling the ball
Yeah.
or just throwing a very reckless pass instead of just throwing the ball away, you know.
Yeah.
And those decision making is what we need in the type of leader and quarterback that this team needs.
And to
Absolutely.
that, and also,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm my fault, my brother.
Now you go.
Also, like I love that he went out there and played, and he balled out even with the receiving core he had because we didn't have no number one. We signed Kenny Galladay, and he was ass. Like he was so ass. Like even when he was bitching so much to play, even when they threw him in, the first pass he got dropped in the end zone. Wasn't that like he was complaining. They finally put him in. First catch wide open, drop. I'm
Fool's
like,
goal, because he was getting busy. I mean, he was doing pretty well in Detroit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was the man in Detroit. So when we got him, I'm like, oh shit, we got a new number one receiver. But once he got the big blue, it's like, what happened? I'm like, come on, with a receiving core with Richie James, Darius Slayton, Isaiah Hodgkinson, Wendell Robinson, like who? You know, we all know who Sterling Shepard is, but he only played 3 games and then tore his ACL. And everybody else is like, who? Like, who's he throwing the ball to?